What's up, guys? Welcome back to the next video on learning our language. My name is QTS Danny and you guys watching my channel Corio. Alright guys, so we have reached the metrics. In the previous video, if you guys watched the previous video, we've done a vector index and vector splicing. So in this video we are going to see what metrics is, our matrices. So a definition of metrics. So before we begin, I have to make the video quicker. So I went to my home folder, and here if you guys click this one and you guys go here set as a working directory, so if you guys do this, you guys gonna be in your directory. And this one I created just before, and if you guys put this plus and it says R script, you guys can put your metrics if you guys want to do this. So as we say, the matrix is a two-dimensional array of data elements of the same type, and we have two kind of metrics. We have a matrix of numbers and matrix of character strings, which is the names XYZ, ABC, Corio, Yazdani, Michael, James, whatever. So this is a character string, and the first one is a matrix of numbers, which is 1, 2, 3. If you guys don't know the number, being if you guys want to go for the machine learning with R, or if you guys want to do artificial intelligence, or you guys gonna want to work with our DNA sequencing, or if you guys want to go say working with the customers, say for example if the customer is selling cars, you guys need this matrix of say 2-dimensional or 3-dimension. Sometimes you see the 3 dimensions. Say if you guys customers got a Toyota, the whole car yard, and the customer wants to know is which day how many cars of Toyota or Mazda or Ford or GM whatever, General Motors or Tesla or any other cars the customer wants to sell, and the customer wants to know which day how many cars sold and which day is none cars sold, and the customer is going to ask you guys to predict how many customers going to sell the next week, and how many the potential customers going to come back for the same, say next year with the same demand of the car. Say if the customers buy this one, what's the probability of if the customer is going to buy the same car again and again. And if you guys say the customer is going to give you a survey of say students and in a university, and the customers say your customers got a laptop store or something which interests the students, so the customer wants to know you guys what's the probability of say how many laptops is going to sell, he or she is going to sell, the customer is going to sell. So you guys might have the metrics, which the numbers, and you guys needs to be master in this one, the metrics. So I'm going to show you guys in this video how we're going to start with metrics, and what's a metrics of numbers and what's the metrics of character strings. So character strings is the words of Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Toyota, Suzuki, anything that we starts with ABC, and the metrics of numbers is just the numbers, is a 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1,500,000, whatever is a number. All right, so the metric has to be at the same data type. If you guys needs to be work with this metrics, is needs to, you can't just mix up the two. Well, you can mix up the two, say for example Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and you guys got a serial number and how many cars you guys sold. You guys can do that, but with the help of names inside the R. I'm going to show you guys how. And but other than that, you guys can't just mix up the numbers. It's impossible, because once you guys create these rows and columns, it's very hard. Alright, so we're going to create our we begin with creating our rows and columns. And the simplest term, if you guys want to create, is we're going to go to the sequential numeric number, our good old friend sequential numeric vectors. Say for example, if you guys go here from 1 to say 20, for example, and you guys see the number, it starts from 1 all the way to 20. You guys can practice that. So if you guys go from say from 1 to 10, you guys can see from 1 to 10. But if you guys want to assign this, say for example you guys want to assign this to say X, for example, or you guys can put your own name. You guys don't need to put X. So now your X got a same sequential numeric vectors from 1 to 10, and if you guys put this one, you guys see the same, but the only difference is that now the X stores this number. It's not in the wild open, it's just the X stores this number. X just got this value from 1 to 10. So how you guys gonna turn this X which stores sequential numeric vectors into the matrix. So you guys just need to do the simplest one is you guys just use the word matrix. It's inbuilt OR functions. You guys converted this number into matrix. So if you guys look at here, you guys whatever on the left, you guys whatever you see, this is called rows, and on the right, what you guys see, this is called columns. And you guys just pay attention to this comma on the rows. If you guys look at here, is on the right side, and on the columns is on the left side. So this is very important once we start machine learning and artificial intelligence, and once we go and explore the customers list, our customers data, and the customer is going to give you, and customer wants to know how many rows and columns. So this is very useful, and I'm going to show you. I don't want to confuse now, but keep in mind on the rows is on the right side, and on the columns is on the left side. So this is a two-dimensional array of matrix. So this is called a simple matrix from 1 to 10. There's no bits and pieces that is hidden from you guys. You guys can see well all open. So this looks a little bit for example ugly or complicated for you guys, and you guys want to say I don't want to see in 10 rows. Say for example I want to see in 2 rows, for example. So what are you going to do? And I'm going to come here. If someone going to ask you, you guys going to come here, and you guys going to do matrix of x, and you guys put an n row is equal to, for whatever rows you guys want, 2 rows. So if you guys see here, it's a number of rows. If you guys look at here 10, but now here it changed. So the rows went to 2, and you've got a 5 column instead of 1 column here. But if you guys look at the commas, it's still the same. If you guys look at the columns, it's still on the left side, and on the rows it's still on the right side. So just keep in mind, and we're going to go again on this subject, and you guys I'm going to explain to you guys so you guys got more understanding of this. All right, so now if you guys look at here, your numbers counting from say column wise. If you guys gonna say for example this is only 10 numbers. So if you guys got a humongous big numbers, what you guys gonna do if you guys don't want this? So if you guys go, for example, you've got a y, and for example you guys gonna go from 1 to 100, for example, and you guys know that from 1 to 100 is gonna count in one line. It's all the way from 1 to 100. So you guys want to put your 1 to 100 inside your matrix. Say for example 1 to 100, I'm going to put a 5 row, for example 5 row, because it's a big number. And if you guys look at here, because it's too big, so we're going to go and say from 20, and I'm going to put the y from 1 to 20. It's too big, can't fit. Say for example y to 1 to 20, and if you guys here come here and we put a 5 rows, and this is much easier for you guys to understand. So if you guys look at here, you've got a 5 rows and you've got a 4 columns. All right, so your numbers counting this way. For example, your numbers counting one all the way from 1 to 5. So what if you guys want your number to be counted like this, row wise? You guys don't want it like this wise, serial wise. You guys want to say it according to the row. All right, so you can do that. If you guys come here, number of rows of 5, and you guys can put a by row, and the by row is by default is false. So if you guys look at here, the by row, even though I put a by row, but I still see my numbers on column wise. I don't see it row wise, because by row by default is false. So what if I want to put a by row is equal to true? And now if you guys look at here, my number in the top is false, because that's a default. And if you guys look at here, by row, change the matrix, and now my number starts from row wise. So it's row 1 goes to 4, then row to 8, all the way to 20. So this is one simple two-dimensional array of vectors or matrix. So if you guys look at here, very easy, nothing hard to say. You guys see this is rocket science or anything. No, it's very simple. because R is a mathematics oriented language. So if it's very easy for you guys to know that your number of row and by row. And if you guys look at here, you guys can see this very easy. All right, so another way, if you guys want to see your metrics, or you guys want to see created, if you guys want to jump, then we're gonna go again and say again on the matrices again, because we just started and we're gonna practice and practice. Another way, if you guys want to use, say for example A, you've got A, and you've got an A, and you guys want to put a SEQ. Say for example SEQ, and you've got A, you guys want to start from 5 till for example 5 till 100, and you've got a step of 2. You're gonna for jump 2. Say for example I'm gonna put it 2. I just want to start from 2 all the way to 100. And if you guys look at here, I'm gonna start from the 2. That's the start, and this is the inbuilt R function. So there is nothing about this. I didn't make it up. I just like a matrix is also inbuilt R functions. I'm going to start from 2 all the way to 100, and I'm going to put it in step of 2, for example. So how I'm going to put it inside my matrix. And if you guys use another function, it's called dimension. So dimension of say for example A, you guys want to put a dimension, and if you guys come here and put your combine, and say for example how many rows and columns you guys want. For example, you guys want 5 rows or 10 rows and 4 columns. You guys can do that. So if you guys put a 10 rows and say for example 4 columns, so let me count. 2 is gonna be then 2, 8, 10 by 10. We're gonna see 10 by 10 or 10 by 4. I'm gonna put a 10 by for example 10 by 10. For example, I want to see the 10 by 10. So the 10 by 10 is not good. Error in dimension A, C 10 by 10, product 100 do not match the length of the object 50. So we're gonna say for example we're gonna go say 5 rows and 4 columns, for example. Okay, I'm gonna change that one again. I don't want this. So what I'm gonna do, and I'm gonna do for example from 5 to 100 in a step of 5. All right, so that's what, because I just wanted to the rows and columns to match. I'm getting error, so I'm gonna do from 5 all the way to 100 in a step of 5. And I'm gonna come here, and instead of 10 by 10, I'm gonna do 5 rows and 4 columns. All right, now I'm not getting error. So if I do A, if you guys look in here, A, I'm getting from 5 rows and 4 columns. If you guys look in here, 5 rows and 4 columns. So I'm jumping 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, all the way to 50. On the second column, I'm 50. The reason you guys gonna get this error, and this is a bug, because this is not gonna match the way you guys instructed. So the matrix has to match. If you guys look in here, from every direction it is matching. So it's matching all the way to 25, and it's the first, this guy is 50, and there is a split. What R did is split this 100 into 2 pieces. So this piece, the first piece is from the column 1 and 2, and the second one is 3 and 4. And if you guys look in here, from 55 all the way to 100 in step of 5, you guys can do that. You guys can practice this, but you guys need to put a sequence, SEQ, and dimension. You guys need to put a dimension. The first one, you guys need to sequence what the your starting point, which is in the first instance I put it from 2 to 100 in step of 2, which was too big. It couldn't fit. That's what I got an error. From 10 I got an error, so the R couldn't fit that one. In the second try, I've done from A, the same one. I've done from the start from the 5, which is here, all the way to 100, and a step of 5 to jump 5. So here I've done the 5 rows, which is here, and 4 columns. So I'm displaying this one.